And we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. And wrapping up the show, I'm trying to, let's see what I want to say. I don't want to do this every day, but I guess there's going to be a need to continue to work to push everyone to get out there and vote. And we're going to have to try to push back, as they say the White House does, push back on the media. It's very tough to run as a Republican candidate when you're running against the money, the special interest groups, and the media. When you're running against the media, that's tough. Look, every media organization, maybe not everyone, but if you are for example, FYNTV, if you call today and you want to buy advertising, our advertising department, our marketing department will sit down with you, give you rates, tell you what's available, what we can do, and it doesn't matter. But when it comes to our news and our shows, okay, I mean, I watch NBC on Sunday morning, and Brian Kemp has an ad on NBC running that network, knowing good and well that that network is going to do everything they can to stop Brian Kemp from being governor. But still yet, when I say pushback, because every day, again, my prediction is the Republicans will start. Dems, now I read this one from The Hill earlier, and I'll tell you, you can go to different websites, and every story is the same. They just spin it a little different direction. And at 6 a.m. this morning, 9:12 this morning, Trump slump fuels the fear of Trump's approval rating dropping fuels fear among Republicans. Now, on 9/12 also, just on one website alone, not CNN, okay, we expect that. On 9/12 at 7:14 this morning, from The Hill also, poll, Dems lead GOP by 14 points on generic House ballot. That's today. Democrats hold a 14-point lead over Republicans on a generic House ballot, according to a new poll released by Quinnipiac University on Wednesday. The survey found that 52% of American voters favor a Democrat candidate, I was in here yesterday, in the upcoming midterm election, while 38% back a Republican. The 14-point advantage marks a solid increase for Democrats. In an identical survey in mid-August, the party held a 9-point lead over Republicans. Democrats have a sizable lead over Republicans when it comes to independent voters. 50% of respondents who identify themselves as independent say they'd vote for a Democrat candidate. 35% intend to vote for a Republican. According to the media, we are looking at an out-and-out disaster headed our way in the election. If it's held tomorrow, remember those words, if the election is held tomorrow, we're looking for a disaster. That's what they're trying to create. Not the Hurricane Florence coming in. Hurricane Florence cannot hold this media in the disaster they are creating. But I will tell you this, the American people are living the Trump administration, the Trump economy, the Trump tax breaks. They're living it, the Trump deregulation, and I think they don't listen to this noise. But that being said, okay, now Peter Strzok and Lisa Page, let's go there before we close, because I find it interesting, okay, that let me give you two ways that you can read this story. All right, so Josh, do me a favor, put up number one. We're going to go from number one, And then you've got the CNN I sent you earlier, but let's go with number one right now. Okay, so we have another text. Now, yesterday I tried to explain to this Democrat candidate that this guy over here, Peter Strzok, lead investigator. I mean, he's a top dog investigator. I mean, if you were yelling down the hall and say, "Get me my best man on this," well, it wasn't just a year ago, you would be getting Peter Strzok. Okay? Peter Strzok, Michael Flynn. Peter Strzok, Hillary Clinton. List goes on, okay? So, Peter Strzok and his girlfriend there, he's married, his girlfriend, Lisa Page. We found all of these text messages back and forth. The insurance, we need insurance against this Trump guy. We have all these text messages that are revealing the deep state there at the FBI with Andrew McCabe, all right? They were in Andy's office. And now we have another text, and there's no reason not to believe. There's no reason to believe the two of these people were texting each other to do the right thing. Well, what we find in their text messages, we find a string of messages put together showing they're going to do anything to bring down the President of the United States. They need insurance. They have to stop. This guy needed to single-handedly stop Donald Trump. Yesterday, I asked my candidate that was in here, Democrat candidate, is this the guy that interviewed Hillary Clinton? Yes. Not under oath? Yes. With her attorneys present? Yes. Period. This is the guy. Is this the guy and his girlfriend that hate Donald Trump want an insurance policy? Yes. Was there a dossier that was created to go to the FISA court and get a warrant that the FISA court was never told who funded the dossier? Yes. They don't study that. They're stuck on Trump Tower. What happened in Trump Tower? They are told, just keep saying Trump Tower. Just keep saying that meeting. So we have a text message, Strzok and Page. Now look at the two ways that it's presented to you and I. This is Fox News. Strzok-Page text on media leak strategy fueled Trump fury at Department of Justice. Nothing is being done. Newly released text message showing anti-Trump FBI officials Peter Strzok and Lisa Page discussing media leak strategy. Why would you discuss media leak strategy? Amid the Russian probe rekindled harsh criticism from President Trump's Justice Department and FBI leadership. Even as Strzok's attorney claimed the text message merely referred to efforts to stop leaks. Now, the attorney for Peter Strzok is saying the message was an effort to stop leaks. How do we stop these leaks to the media? But his other messages that he sent were, how do we bring this president down? Let me see. In a letter to Deputy Attorney Rod Rosenstein, Representative Mark Meadows, Republican of North Carolina, raised grave concerns about an apparent systematic culture of media leaking among high-level FBI and Justice Department officials to release information damaging to Trump. Now, we know with Carter Page, and I can get in the woods, I mean, there are shows and there are people on the internet that are really breaking this down point by point. But we know that the FBI was leaking information to the media. The media would run the stories, and then the FBI would follow up the stories. We know the FBI was putting out the bait, all right? I had the quote up here just a minute ago. Now CNN said, Okay? CNN said House Republican without evidence. Okay? Now, they run interference for these people all the time without evidence. House Republican without evidence suggest new texts show misconduct of former FBI officials. Okay? And I had the text message right here. I had the text message right here just a minute ago. I was going to read the entire thing. But according to a letter from Meadows, Mark Meadows, to Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, Strzok-Page on April 10, 2017 to say, I want to talk to you about media leak strategy with Department of Justice before you go. Why would you have a media leak strategy? Okay? Why would you? CNN this morning put up, let's go to just any of the CNN ones. Developing this morning. Hold just a second, Josh. I had it here just a minute ago. Apologize, folks. Developing this morning, GOP Representative Mark Meadows alleges FBI media leak strategy. Okay, claims Strzok text revealed coordinated effort to harm President Trump. All right, now you can see. Let's go to the next one. Go to any of the next one there. Okay, this is what CNN was working on at 5 a.m. this morning. Developing this morning. FBI meddling there. Media. FBI media leak strategy. And go to the last one there I have from CNN. And that's the last one there from CNN. And you have a picture of Lisa Page and Strzok, effort to harm Trump. So they're saying there's no evidence. Okay, CNN is running the no evidence. There's no evidence here whatsoever. Okay? And remember, the media, CNN, they laughed and ran cover when Trump said that Trump Tower was wired. Since Trump said Trump Tower was wired, we found out that to be true. Okay, there was surveillance at Trump Tower. We found out spies in his campaign. Okay. So many things we found out. But CNN tried to lead you to believe that the wiring of Trump Tower, same with MSNBC, was a joke. It was a joke. They made fun of it. All right? No evidence. Do you remember every time MSNBC and CNN would report the wiring at Trump Tower, their surveillance? No evidence. The president has no evidence. There's no evidence. Look at the way they start their headline here. No evidence. Okay? We need prosecutions where these people are concerned. We need to declassify, and we need to look at everything. Let me tell you something. I think I'm going to make it all boil down to this every story I talk about. If you have been hoping for Congress, if you've been hoping for a special prosecutor, not counsel, special prosecutor or counsel to investigate these people, if you have been hoping your whole life, okay, and you're on the tip, I don't matter how mad people get, of Hillary Clinton maybe finally going to jail, all of the hopes you have of cleaning this government up and turning it around and giving it back to you and I, we the people, are gone November if they take the House of Representatives. It's gone. All the hopes you had are gone. You can go to campaign rallies and yell, lock her up all day long. You can get out there and you can say this proves they're all a bunch of crooks. You can yell deep state. You can yell QAnon. I don't care what you yell. You lose the House of Representatives, it's gone. I'm just telling you. Peter Strzok, Lisa Page, we have a strategy. Strategy, somewhat like insurance. Let's get our strategy together. Let's get our story straight. Let's get our plan of how we do this. Just like the insurance with Andy, we need insurance. Let's work on this together. But CNN runs cover with no evidence. Let's take a brief break and come back. I got 2 more stories. Brett Kavanaugh that I want to do, and there's another story I want to discuss before we close today and go through the Twitter deck. So take a brief break there, Josh.